Hi, my name is Priyal Himanshu Kapadi and my student ID is S22474168 and this is my task 4.2c of object-oriented programming, SIT object-oriented programming. And in this task, I was supposed to do was I was given a messy code, which was like program.cs as called program.cs. It was a messier code because it had got many duplication. Everything was written into the main class, and there were no classes and objects also, so that the code was not reusable. It was functional though, but the code was not reusable, and the code did not have a proper structure. So my task included revising the code, and then making a final code.cs file, which included the extended version of the code. So let me explain you my revised code. What did I do new over here? The first thing which I did new over here was, as every task in the task, what happened was that the first program.cs, let me just yep. The first program.cs had many duplication. Every time there was like different arrays called. Also, the print function was using again and again. New arrays were creating again and again to reprint. Also the line, um, also the length of the task to put was also limited, and many things were not really in a perfect manner. So here is my revised code. I'll explain you the revised code and then we'll start working. I have made a class called task planner, in which first the thing is I'm using arrays for simplicity for structured functions, making new arrays called task individual, task work, task family, and then looping it to true so that the loop continues. Then determining the max length of the rows, so that every time if there is a max to the reason behind this is said that if we want rows, to if I add only in personal, I add three tasks, then then the table should increase. So hence we are using maximum over here, get max length, by using. Also the calculation of maximum was not done in a proper manner in the first code, so I have used over here get max length from this, and then print the header, printing the header, printing all the tasks, printing all tasks, and then ask user for new task. Add task to selected category. If list name is equals to this, then add task. Else if this, then add task. If this, then add task. Function to get the maximum length for three arrays is over here. I have made a get max length over here, that if integer dot max is equals to len1 is greater than len2 and len2, and this the question mark, and this is like a shorter form of using else if. So if length 1 is greater than length 2, then length 1 will be the max, and if max is greater than length 3, that is then the work, the third length, that is task work task, then the maximum length will be set to length 3 will be set it to maximum. And then there is this function for printing header, because in the first thing, it used printing header diff like in a it used printing header again and again, so I made a function over here to print the header. And then to print task also, it used this function again and again, so I made a function called print task. And then there is this get category input as well, created a function for that as well. Function to get task description also, so that it does not have to ask for descriptions again and again in a proper, in like the whole code. Then there is this new task to an array is also included. So this is my revised code. The program.cs, it has got warnings, and the warnings are nothing but the null inputs. That's it. If I just get it done like how I did for revised, it will be the same thing. It won't create any error in the code, so not an issue. So now what I did was program.cs is my final code.cs. What I did over here was I created attributes like name, due date is important, so that it will be later used. And then I have created a category called category class. What did that go wrong? Okay, wait. Yep, I have created category class contains which contains multiple tasks. Class category has a string name which we are just getting the name and setting it to it. Now, there's this program, class program, where initial categories are added: personal, work, and family. While true, it will clear the table first of all and then print the table, print the menu. Print menu is nothing but just printing the menu, that if you want to press 1 to add category by using switch case, as we did for like previous task. It is like a simple logic now. Now then, printing the table. Now what we are supposed to do is, I have created one function to print the table. That is, if max task is equals to 0, then for each variable category in categories, it should print task. I have used this over here so that our task gets easier. And doing the same thing again, logic is same, like O to 10, so that index 1 for width 10, index 0 to width 30, index 1 for width 10. Same logic as how it was done in revise.cs. Printing the menu is also over the same over menu methods. If adding category, what I'm doing over here is console.writeLine add new categories, and then making sure that the entered is not null, and then deleting any category, making sure that anything that the categories which is provided, we can the category given will be deleted from that index. And add task, if category is equals to null, then return, like making sure that it is not null. Then task description should be maximum 30 words if length not 30. Name is equals to, we like we restrain the length by using substring over here. And then due date, then delete task. For it, move task within category, it is done by using indexing. Like, if firstly it asks for like which index do you want to move, and then to which index do you want to move. So if I say 0, if I want to move from 1 to 0, then I will first enter 1, and then it will get moved to 0. Move task to another category, it takes the task. It firstly, I take the input, that which from which category do you want to move, and then I take the input of which index do you want to move, and then I take the input as to which category do you want to move, and then it switches it. This is like the helper method to select category, which I have used over here in the move task to another category. That is all. I can run the code and show you the working. I have done it many a times now, but I can do it again once again while putting it through. It will show warnings. These are nothing but just null references. That is all. I can fix it in a moment. Okay, yeah, the revised code is like, there are made two main entry points, so that is the reason it is giving any error. I have done this before as well, but I forget commenting it again and again. .NET.run, .NET run, and now the program, the final, it will work. Now what I can add category over here, but let's start with adding category. Let's say miscellaneous. And then if I say delete category, I have added the miscellaneous. If I say delete category, miscellaneous, it will delete the category. I want to add task, which to which category, family. And then what is the description? Call them. Okay, fine. Due date, let's say 05. 08, let's say 09 2025. And is this task important? If I say yes, then it will print in red color, as said. Now let's add one more task to same family, and then name, category name, family. Task description is check doctor checkup. Let's say doctor checkup. And let's say date 10/09 2025. And if I say no, then it will print in normal white. That's it. Now, if I want to move the task, that is move task within category. So name the category do you want to move in. So I'll say family. And which number of tasks? I say one. Then it moves the doctor checkup to zero index. New position is zero. Then it moves the index. As you can see, doctor checkup is now moved to zero index. And now if I want to five, and now I want to say another category. Which source category is family? Which index do you want to move? So I say let's zero index. To which category? I say personal. I want to get a personal doctor checkup and not the family one. Personal, and it is moved to personal. Um, Deleting a category is also done. I say let's delete the task. Which category do you want to delete? And family, let's delete task number to delete zero. Then the task is deleted. This was my task, and everything is sorted. Thank you.